Morning, guys. I'm just loading up my Facebook. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube's world and Facebook land? Just getting my screen situated so I can show you what I'm thinking for the day, or for at least the next little while. I didn't really do a complete analysis yet this morning, so I guess we'll get to do one kind of right now. Just kind of getting ready here, guys. Pardonnez-moi for the delays, but I'm just kind of getting situated still. Guess I keep saying that, but all right. What's going on? Just gonna try and give a couple guys a couple of seconds to jump on here. Days of today. I don't sleep enough. I get lost in my days. Today is Friday, and it's actually not morning for me, even though my title of the video says morning charts. It's 12:30, so it's just afternoon here actually, and but it's morning for me. So, and that's all that matters. And it's morning for a lot of you guys, depending on where you are in the world, and it could be nighttime for a lot of you guys. For me, I know it's afternoon, but it's still morning. I don't get up early anymore at all, and it's sort of one of the reasons I just I mean, ever since I quit working full time a while ago and I started focusing more on crypto trading, I noticed the market moves at different times, and a lot less of the movements are sort of in certain hours a day. I find most of the movements that happen in Bitcoin end up happening sort of evening, between like evening and night, like 4 to 10 p.m. I find a lot of movement, and then I find a lot of movement in the markets again generally at like 3 to 5 a.m. So I have a wicked weird sleep schedule, and since I'm not like, especially in these with our current market conditions, I'm not really buying Bitcoin and like holding it for like 6 months to make money. I'm kind of actively day trading, right? So yeah, I have a god awful sleep schedule. So so yeah, it's morning for me, and I'm actually enjoying my second cup of coffee. And if a few people decide they want to jump on here, we will take a look at a few charts. Mickey on YouTube is asking, what's your thoughts on the new Bitmain X3 miner? That's the Monero miner. I got an email about that. Well, it's overpriced, I'll tell you that much. And depending on how many they sell, it's definitely going to have an effect on the Monero hash rate, and other Kryptonite coins. Thank God at least this one has more than just one coin you can mine, with Monero being the most popular one. But at least there's a whole shitload of coins that actually use the Kryptonite algorithm. But yeah, so there's a Bitmain X3 miner here. Why don't I flip open a screen share, and I'll take a look at that before I go into Bitcoin charts, just because somebody's asking. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So there is, you go to all products here. Is my screen share working? Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, there's oh, what? Oh, okay, there was a typo. All right. Okay, good. Holy shit. I was gonna say, okay, so what are their batches? Batch number 1, 3,000. Oh my god. Okay. Well, here, guys, here, hang on. I wanna check something. Let me go back to my camera because I don't like showing people my email address and all the contents of my email. So give me 1 second. I could have sworn that I got a freaking email from Bitmain that said the Antminer X3 was like $12,000. So I want to go and check this right now before I spew shit out that may or may not be true. Of course, I got to search my email because I have too much. Oh no, it wasn't in the email. There must have been a typo on the website. I'm just clicking the link I got from my email here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this freaking thing. This. What the flip? What is 12,000? That's not a typo? So batch 1 is $12,000? Upcoming. Am I reading something wrong, guys? Oh, batch 3. Oh, batch 3 and batch 4. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I thought I was reading shipping after batch. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's So here's batch 1. Let me go back there. So this is what they sold batch 1 for. All right. 12,000. Is my screen share working? Let me just double check. $12,000 freaking dollars. And I'm like, oh my God, people are getting robbed if they sold any of these. It's absolutely retarded. But I mean, it's a wicked miner. It consumes 550 watts, so you can feasibly run, you can run 2 of them very, very comfortably on a North American 110 volt circuit at 220 kilohashes. I did the math on it. It's like $175 a day. And I guess that was yesterday I did the math. I think whenever I got the email, I went and checked it out right away because I'm like pretty hot and horny over Bitmain miners right now. Right? So I went and did the math on it. It's like $175 a day. Okay, so you're gonna spend $12,000 to make $175 a day. Okay, which is good. That's a good return in theory, right? Except that this miner is gonna hit the market. All right, and then profitability is gonna go from $175 a day down to like $70 a day very, very quickly. Because again, this is the first ASIC miner, right? At least I don't know if How Long made one. How Long might have made one, but their miners suck. So, or in a lot of cases, their miners suck. I guess to their credit, they did do extremely well with the Sidecoin miner. Pardon, I take it back. Okay, so $12,000, and like I say, that's going to come down to like $70 very, very quickly. And then what's going to happen is they're gonna release batch 2, which isn't even listed on here. So I can't pull up. Oh yes, I can pull up. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know what they're selling batch 2 for, but whatever. And then batch 2 is gonna come out, and then that's gonna further flood the market, and then you're gonna be making like $50 a day. And then batch 3 is gonna come out and further flood the market, and then you're gonna make like $30 a day. And then batch 4 is gonna come out and further flood the market. You're gonna make like $20 a day. So would I spend $12,000 to get batch 1 on this particular miner? Fuck no. I'm not that fucking stupid. That is absolutely retarded. I'm not doing that. There's no freaking way. I would rather wait for batch 4 at this point, because then we will see how much these miners actually affect and devalue the current mining profitability. And if they're selling batch 1 at 12,000 and batch 4 at 1900 like that, then without a doubt, Bitmain's already done the math and they know how much this is going to decrease the mining profitability, right? So Bitmain, like they're totally taking advantage of people with batch number 1, which they usually do. But in some cases, batch 1 ends up extremely profitable, right? I don't see it. This is retarded. Absolutely retarded. So anyway, that's what I think about the miners. It sounds really good though. Is batch 4 still the same stats on it or what? Yeah, 550 watt, 220 kilohash, and yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Still says 10 PCIe connectors, so it needs 10 connectors still? That's insane. 550 watts and it needs 10 connectors? Well, I guess you can use a bunch of splitters and then you can use a single power supply to power multiple miners, but whatever. Anyway, guys, yeah, so more to the point of what I was getting at. Is there any other questions you had? Forget mining Monero. They already said they will fork off. Oh yeah, have they said they're gonna fork and get rid of the ASICs? That's cool. They will not mine Monero. Ah, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't look into it. I didn't look into all of those details as far as Monero or any of the other coins saying that they're gonna fork in order to get the ASICs, in order to, you know, nullify the ASICs. So I don't know much about that. Roy, what's up? Scott, Evan, Roy, Jacques, Daniel, Luke, Heidi, Mark. Thanks for joining, guys. All right, let me fuck, I always click the wrong button, guys. Like, always. Let me move that over one more. I don't use freaking Internet Explorer too often. I do sometimes when I'm doing websites, and you have to check whether they work in Internet Explorer or not, right? Because some people use that shit. I don't. But it's there, and I always freaking click it because it just, I don't know, click happy. I also increased the speed of my mouse this morning, so that could also have an effect. Okay, so this is the chart that I had. I can get rid of this. This was an ascending triangle, which I charted yesterday, and it broke down out of, which is fine. It went, you know, sort of halfway of the measured move, which is fine, and it basically double bottomed down here, if you see. So but fuck, I hit the wrong button. There you go, you guys get to see my history. Alt H, there we go. Now you can see that it double bottomed here, and it double bottomed on the resistance of this bottom in here. This is a very minor resistance, don't get me wrong, this is a very, very minor resistance where it stopped here and stopped there, fine. But our bottom here, where our double bottom occurred, also occurred on that minor resistance. And it was also a support over here on the left side on this shoulder. So you actually have, boom, actually, you have a head and shoulders in here that didn't, well, I guess if you zoomed out into a larger time frame, it would probably confirm, but you have a head, I'm not even going to draw it, but you have a bit of a head and shoulders here that should have went up. So I actually charted this this triangle, because we have a triangle here, and we have a head and shoulders pattern, and I fully expected it to kind of go up out of there yesterday, but it didn't. It broke down, but then it double bottomed here on support. So actually I have a buy over here because I have these moving averages, right? And this is a different moving average strategy that I'm actually going to do a video later on today for the Coin Trade Mastery members, because I did a moving average video like last week, and I use simple moving averages, and that's what I've always done, was just simple moving averages, a similar setup to this, but simple moving averages. And I never really found any value for exponential moving averages. So this particular trading strategy that I have been testing for the last few days uses exponential moving averages, among other factors as well. But it's really working good, and I have no simple moving averages on here whatsoever, and it's working very, very good. So now I need to do a video to update my prior video. But anyway, so I have some buys in here, and it's working out okay. I'm up like 3 or 4% right now on my total active positions, which is pretty good. And only on spot. I haven't been using leverage, but I should start. I'm working on some things right now where I might start using leverage again. I don't know. So anyway, that's gone, but we do have, it looks like, a new line here to form another triangle. So we're still trapped in another triangle. That's fine. But what we had here this morning, as you can see, and okay, again, this is a 15-minute chart. I'm zoomed in, I know. And actually, I do a lot of trading in that 15-minute chart. Works pretty good for me. So we ended up breaking up above our resistance line here from our double top. So we double topped, went down, but we didn't confirm double top and dive. We confirmed double top, we should have went at least back down to 77. Instead, we bounced because of our support that was in there, and we ended up with another double bottom. So completely, totally sideways action, and it basically turned into a longer triangle that we just broke out of this morning, it looks like, which is good. And we broke out with this explosive candle with this volume. You see down here we have our volume indicator, these red and green bars, and we have volume that spiked way, way up here and fairly high. I mean, the last time we had volume of the same was back here in our most recent death crash. And this is the first one. This is our largest green volume candle that we've had in quite a while. All the way back to when we broke out up here So anyway, so that's a good indication. There's definitely buyers in play, and volume is dying off. That's okay. We got a flag out here a little bit. So it's not really a flag. It has some upward direction to it, so it's not a true flag, but I still call it a flag anyway, because it does have a pole and it does have some kind of formation coming off of it that did not go below our previous resistance. So you can see that our previous resistance, and our flag pattern here, which zoomed in, we have a bit of a flag here, and this is kind of an extension, but it did not break. It sort of retested, but did not break below our previous resistance, so it became support. So now what I'm kind of looking at here is probably we're gonna just take a little trip up here to our next resistance, which is just based off our last little bounce point on our downward momentum, as well as our not our long-term trend line, but our short-term trend line. Okay. Both coincide with this point right here, as well as if you look at RSI, I mean, it's, you know, it's on the high side, but it's definitely not in the overbought condition. So it definitely has some room to go up. It's pointing up good. So I think we'll probably end up coming up probably to about 87. And then we're probably going to find some resistance in there. And we will either, I highly doubt we're just going to blast right through it like this, but we should come down in this direction and retest this area, and then decide what we're going to do. And if we can flag out in here, then we're probably going to get out of this area and start exploring bigger and better things up in the 9,000 area. Alternatively, we're going to come back down and retest support here, here, or here, somewhere in this general vicinity, and retest our triangle area. So a few different things I'm looking at right now. I'm still holding my long. Again, on my moving average strategy, I don't have any crossovers coming to the downward direction yet. I still have this sort of flaggish thing going on. That's a bullish pattern. We're still within our large triangle, so that looks pretty good. Again, I'm on short-term trade right now. I bought inside the triangle. Near support. Actually, I have a buy over in this dip and in this dip and in this dip. So I'm playing within the triangle. So if we get to the top and we do get some hard resistance here, then I'm gonna sell and evaluate what happens when it gets back to the bottom of the triangle, or afterward when it breaks out, and I'll take new positions at that time. Basically, we end up in a situation where I have to protect my capital, right? And also, because I'm trading with the moving average strategy, my moving average strategy needs to coincide with the resistance in order for me to actually execute that sell. Otherwise, I would hold expecting a bounce on support, right? So I'm going to do a full video on this particular trading style, this particular trading strategy that I've been using for the last several days for the CoinTrade Mastery premium members for sure. But yeah, it's really been working good. So that's what I see there. Let's do a little bit of zooming out. Let me just open a new chart. That way there, I can leave that one as it lies. And this one, I can zoom out. Let's check the hourly. So our hourly chart, sort of agrees. I mean, we do have not a lot, but a fair bit of volume on that candle. That's fine, but it died out rather quickly, which is the same thing as it happened under 15. Our RSI in the 1 hour is starting to plateau a little bit, but it definitely has room to go up. So it would agree with the 15-minute chart at this point, where it could go up and touch our resistance. That's fine. I'm not seeing anything particularly different. I mean, I still see this triangle. Out of the triangle, same thing as the 15-minute chart at this point. On the bigger picture, yeah, let's go 4 hour here. And on the larger picture, I have my moving averages on the 4 hour chart that are starting to curl up. This is a good indicator. I'm gonna end up with a cross with my two lower time frame moving averages, which is a pretty good indicator, which confirms information on lower charts. But again, like over here, you can get a crossover on your lower time frame moving averages, because we're on such a high time frame on the 4 hour. You can get crossover on the lower time frames and then peak out. Of course, this is my 55 EMA and just hit a resistance there, which is, you know, fairly strong. It's a fairly strong resistance and support point, depending on which direction your trend is, right? And just hit resistance and crash right back out. So on the higher time frames, I'm not so much looking at my lower time moving averages, other than you know, indicators like this, where all three of my moving averages are in the proper order and all three of them cross my my longer time frame EMA. That's a confirmation. So on a 4 hour chart, if you guys aren't day trading like me, if you are trading over the longer term, then you at this point are probably in a short based on, you know, a moving average cross like this. And you are probably, you know, you could still even be holding your short because you haven't had much indication of anything else happening, or you may have sold based on volume indicators and that down at the bottom, and, you know, hard support areas. Depends on your style and your trading, you know, strategy, shit like that, right? But anyway, I'm not actively trading on the 4 hour chart. I'm actively holding, you know, I'm not using Bitcoin as my base currency right now. I'm accumulating dollars, not accumulating Bitcoin, because of our current market conditions, right? So I'm trading in dollars, and I'm trading on lower time frames still at this point. I wanted to check out on the daily, which I can't really see a whole fuck of a lot. So let's right click, remove all drawing tools. And what I was looking at on the daily yesterday was this this hammerish. It has lots of shadow, lots of wick on the top, but it's still rather hammer shaped. It's more hammer shaped than spinning top shaped, which is a good reversal candle indicator. You know, something like this, reversal, meaning we start going up. It doesn't necessarily mean reversal, as in moon, we're going back to 20K, Lambo, woo, quit your job. But reversal being that we are going to take some upward momentum. And yesterday, if you were in the Coin Trade Mastery channel, I was chatting in the free group, sharing the daily chart as well. And we had, I was talking about this candle, talking about how it had to close, and it did close yesterday. And it had to begin trading above this candle in order to confirm that this is a reversal candle. So it looks like a reversal candle is in play. How far we go is pretty hard to say. So it depends whether we're in a 3 drive or a 5 drive at the moment. See, if we were in a 5 drive down from here, which is kind of where it gets kind of complicated, that can't be a 5 drive. We'd have to be going sideways. It can't be a 5 drive because 4 can't be above 1 unless we're going sideways. So then it's not really, it's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because this would be an impulse wave. We would actually use one of the like a WXYZ or an ABCDE. Actually, this would be an ABCDE correction, and that would work. I just used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead. But you can have an ABCDE correction like this, where 4 can be above 1, but would not be above 2. So assume that these are ABCDE. We could see, you know, something in this area, and then find a 7K bottom is a possibility. That's not my call, mind you. I'm not making a call on this. I'm just saying that is a possibility. The other possibility is that this was an ABC. Whoops, wrong freaking button. Is that this was just an ABC, right? And if that's an ABC, then we could have an impulse wave coming off of that, where we would have, I need Fibonacci's in order to really plan this out properly. Probably, and I'm only kind of guessing at the moment, but I would totally need Fibonacci to know where 4 and 2 is, and, you know, how something like that. What would Fibs tell me on that? The hell with it. But whatever. There's 16 is way out of the question. But I mean, that's a possibility. This is a lot less likely. I don't think we're having an impulse wave coming straight off of here like that. I can't see that happening, to be honest. More than likely, I can see sideways action going on. We're not going to have an impulse wave, I don't think. Actually, on the big time frame, it still looks very bearish to me. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking. On the larger time frame, it looks very bearish. You know what? I'm more likely to say 5 drive. Or not 5 drive, but A, B, C, D, E. I'm more likely to say that. And I think I had support at about 72 on my lower time frame, probably about 7,200. And the reason I'm saying that is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Which would be followed by A, B, C, which would then be followed likely by an A, B, C, D. Again, I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it would be followed again by an A, B, C, D, E. And the A, B, C, D, E needs to kind of play out in order to kind of reset this whole pattern and get us, you know, to start thinking in a much more bullish manner. So that's more than likely what I'm looking right now is a drive up. Let me zoom back in. I think 94 could be in play based on that. We're already getting above support here. It's already getting above this support. It would have to freaking die right here and go down, and that would still be in play for A, B, C, D, E. But A, B, C, D, E could also be in play if we make it up to about this resistance line right in here. So yeah, I could see something like that happening in the short term, guys. Again, I'm very much impaired with calling the longer term, and I stick to a lot more short term trading myself personally, even though the skills are essentially the same. I just happen to be largely correct on the lower time frames and happen to be wildly off on the larger time frames because it's just not really my expertise. But I could see something like this happening on A, B, C, D, E. Could you know, a second wave of the correction basically coming off of that, and that would A, B, which would actually give you ABC, ABC, ABC. I think in ABC, I'd have to look up that if ABC can actually. I think in ABC, I think in an ABC correction, C doesn't necessarily have to be lower than A, right? So if this were true, you can have. I have to look that up again. I'm not an Elliott wave expert, right? But I don't think C has to be lower than A on an ABC correction. So you could have a very large ABC going on here as well, right? And then end up in the 72, which would agree with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down, end up at 72, and then possibly begin a new impulse wave after that, which puts us at the end of March, which is, you know, nearing or beginning of April, somewhere in this general area. So looking at April for a new impulse wave to start and then get on to bigger and better things. So I hope a lot of that makes sense to you guys. What's going on? A bunch more people. Steve, Brandon, Scott, Wendy, RJ, Arima. Thanks for joining, guys. Who's joining me over on YouTube's? Wrong button. A message retracted. Sure. What's up? Thanks for joining anyway, Thomas. You probably sent some spam, so the message got deleted. Any questions, guys? Anything else you'd like to know? Anything else you want to talk about? Whether it's BTC, charts, mining, whatever. Question. Anybody with the question? What do you think about Bitcoin Cash? I think Jihan Wu and Roger Ver are a bunch of scammers. That's what I think. I mean, I really like when currencies fork and I get free money, but other than that, I think they're a bunch of scammers. That's what I think. Or are you asking about price action? If you're asking about price action, then I think it's basically going to follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin Cash goes up. Bitcoin goes down, Bitcoin Cash goes down. Like basically, guys, if you, well, here, watch. Okay. All right, screen share is working. Okay, so I'm on BTC USD, BCH USD. Look, similar chart. I mean, it's got more impulse going on in here. So, I mean, it could see some pump, but it's like the same chart. If I go BTH USD, oh, basically the same chart. If I go LTC USD, oh, basically the same chart. You get my point? It's like, it's all the same shit. It's all, any of the currencies that have fiat on-ramps, okay, meaning that any of the currencies that have fiat on-ramps or a large amount of USDT trading, well, not all of them that have USDT, but any of the coins that have fiat on-ramps, so any of the ones on Bitfinex, which are quite a few of them, okay, they have fiat on-ramps, meaning you could trade between USD and your coin, or USD Tether and your coin, but only large exchanges, okay? But any of the ones that have fiat on-ramps, their charts all look almost virtually identical, right? And then altcoins altcoins, specifically all of the ones that do not have fiat on-ramps, will do various different actions against Bitcoin. But any of the ones with fiat on-ramps, the charts look virtually the same. So like if you just chart Bitcoin, like you can go and place your buys and sells on Litecoin based on a Bitcoin chart, and you're going to be accurate 95% of the time. Like they're that freaking close. Wendy says, I see sideways action for a while too. It will take a while to shake all the weak holders out. Not trying to get sucked into FOMO for once, but I do want more Ethereum. Yeah, that's basically what I see too. I see sideways action. And all over the place. It's going to be, you know, it's still volatile sideways action. That's what I see myself. We're probably just going to keep triangling and triangling because when you're going sideways, you just kind of keep creating longer and longer triangles. And until we have, you know, some kind of big news, either we need some kind of big development in order to change that, or what we need is all of these regulations that the US, the SEC, and all that is working on, trying to put into play. We need all this shit to blow over, and then get the institutional investors on board large, and then it will end up starting a new impulse again. But yeah, there's too many things at play right now, and one of the other big things is the sell-off. All right, the other big reason that we are in the sideways action, right, is because of the sell-off that's taking place with like the Mt. Gox trustees, who are slowly selling off their coins in order to pay off creditors, right? And that was like one of the, I don't know if it was the largest or one of the world's largest exchanges at that time. So they were holding a very large amount of Bitcoin as well as other currencies, right? And now they're in the hands of these trustees who are selling them off slowly in order to pay bills, right? So every time the price gets up so far, these assholes are going to dump a bunch of coins and drive the price back down because they want to get the best price they can get, but they need to dump them in a reasonable amount of time to pay bills. So it comes up so far, they dump, it goes back down. Wait for plebs to buy it back up. Then it comes up, then they dump again, and it goes back down, right? And that's what's going on. So, I mean, if you want to call that manipulation, sure, fine. It's manipulated, right? But I mean, it's just market. It's just price action, right? So, yeah, like it's totally caused by the sell-off that's going on with that. Is being caused by regulatory holdbacks right now. And we need all of this shit to blow over, and then we'll start a new impulse wave. Like without a doubt, Bitcoin's going to go back up, but it's You know, it's a matter of time. We got it. All this shit needs to blow over. And I think it will be faster than the 2013-14 crash, because we had a two-year basically bear slash sideways market after 2014. I don't think it's going to take 2 years to get out of this, but it's going to take probably, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months before all of this shit really blows over, and then we can start a new actual real impulse wave. No, I'm not worried. I make good money on a sideways market, so I don't mind. This coffee is good, by the way, guys. But it's getting cold. I gotta make another one. It's amazing how identical the charts of BTC, LTC, and Ethereum have been. Yeah, because I mean, in the eyes of most people, cryptocurrency is a market, right? And regardless of which cryptocurrency you invest into, you don't invest, you speculate, right? But regardless of which one you put your money into, you're just going from fiat to a cryptocurrency market. And most people have no idea the practicality differences between the different coins. Institutional investors don't give a shit about the practicality difference of all the other coins. So it's just about money moving into the crypto markets and money moving out of the crypto markets. So all of the ones that have fiat on ramps are going to move basically the same direction, basically at the same time, basically the same amount. That's what I see. I am holding some Potcoin. What do you think about them? Potcoin is like, every time it's below 1,500 Satoshis, I stack up some. And then I wait. And then I wait. And sometimes it takes a month. Sometimes it takes 6 months. But usually 3 to 4 times a year, Potcoin freaking pumps to the moon. And then you dump it for like a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times gain. Right? And repeat. Pump and dump, man. Pump and dump. That's what that is. But every time it's below 1,500 Satoshis, I stack up. Same thing with Dogecoin. Every time Dogecoin's under 20 Satoshis, you stack up because it'll go back up. Right? They're just, some of those coins, you just watch them, man. And when they're down super low, time to stack up and play the long game on it. I don't play the short game on those coins, though. Play the long game, because you'll make a shitload of money on them if you play the long game on those altcoins, shitcoins. Any other questions, guys? Question, last chance for question. Let's go. So yeah, that's totally one of the reasons you guys really only see me ever charting freaking Bitcoins, because everything else moves the same way, same time, same shape, same pattern, almost the same amount. Actually, looking at the chart, I mean, Bcash definitely went explosive. So yeah, okay, now there is a thing about Bitcoin Cash though, all right? Bitcoin Cash specifically, it does the t-shirt, $17.95 in shipping, bud. So anyway, unless you win one, which I intended on putting together a contest for. It's just I have a limited supply of shirts and I have to get them in batches and stuff like that, so that's coming. But $17.95, I'll send you one. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about Bcash. There is a certain thing about Bcash, because Roger Ver has a very large following, because you have Jihan Wu and you got Antpool, which is run by Bitmain, right? With a very, very large market push. You do have competition between and a lot of marketing that is driving competition between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, which is largely on the mining side as well. So you do get differences between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash based on their mining profitability. So you'll notice a lot of mining hash power flip between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, and it very much affects the price of the market. So Bitcoin Cash is one that does get a lot of pumps at weird freaking times that make absolutely no sense whatsoever, other than the mining conditions changing, which I haven't really followed too much. So I don't really know why Bcash is pumping a lot faster than Bitcoin right now. I don't really have an answer, but there is definitely a lot of marketing and driving force there. And both good, both positive and negative. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, if you want a shirt, shoot me an inbox, and If you want to pay for one and pay the shipping, I'll happily send you one. If you want to wait until I come up with a clever idea for another t-shirt giveaway, then you can wait and I'll give another one away. But a lot of them I like the last one I did a special the one day where the next person that joins gets a free t-shirt, which I have yet to send out, but it's on my list of things to do. Yeah, so I don't know. I have some ideas in that I've tossed out. I've discussed a little bit privately with a few people, but yeah, it's just the art of putting it all together, I guess. So that's got to come yet. And then my idea of the way I was going to do it doesn't work if I'm streaming both on Facebook and on YouTube. It just doesn't really compute. So I'm considering some options right now for some giveaways with it, but my previous idea doesn't really work for the marketability. Any other questions, guys? No questions. Alrighty then. I guess that is that. Yeah. All right, no questions. All right, guys, if you're done asking questions and I'm done with this video, I'm going to get off of here. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of recording here right now. And I'm going to record a video for my trading strategy I've been using for the last few days with exponential moving averages, and get that edited and posted. And that way I get some kind of work done today. I got to put the price up on my course as well if I'm putting out new content. So I better do that today because I didn't put it up yet. Guys, yeah, I forgot to put the price up on, well, I didn't forget. Last week, I didn't put the price up on the course because I was sick for quite a while, and I wasn't able to produce as much content as I would normally have. So I said, instead of putting the price up, when I didn't do my end of the bargain, I left the price alone. Now, generally, Thursday nights at midnight, I put the price up, and I didn't do it last night because I basically didn't sleep the night before, so I really needed to sleep. So I went to bed. I didn't put the price up at midnight like I normally do. So the price right now on CoinTrade Mastery is still $249. And if you're very, very fast, you'll be able to get in there and make your payment to CoinTradeMastery.com and get in the premium, get your premium subscription. So you get in the trading course and you get in the Discord group where you get ICOs valued at $150 a month. ICO reports, sorry. So you get a list of ICO reports, tells you which ones are good, which ones are bad. Very, very powerful information, as well as some premium charts. We'll get to talk trading all day long. Anytime I see something cool on the charts, I post it. So you'll get that information, right? A few ideas. You'll also get access to my trading strategies that I use that make me money every day. And if you're very, very fast, like I said, you'll be able to go to CoinTradeMastery.com right now, make an account. Okay, you're going to want to do two things. One, you're going to want to go to the account page and make your payment while it's still $249, where I'm going to be putting the price up to $299 today. As soon as I'm done my video and I get my video posted, I'm putting the price up to $299, right? So save $50, join now. The next thing you want to do is on the home page inside of your account, there's a link there where you can click it and get access to the CoinTrade Mastery Discord server. You're going to want to do that whether you are a free member or a paid member. If you are a free member, you still get access to all the chat channels. I talk trading. Actually, most of my Bitcoin charts, I post in the free channels anyway, just like I do on Facebook sometimes, just like I used to do in my old Telegram group before I moved to Discord, right? If you're a free member, you don't get access to the premium channels. However, if you are a CoinTrade Mastery paid member, you just got to shoot me a message and say, hey, I paid. Here's my username to CoinTrade Mastery. Okay, cool. And I will upgrade you on Discord. And then you automatically get access to the premium channels as well as the ICO reports channel. All the ICO reports are in the Discord. So if you are a CoinTrade Mastery member and you're not in the Discord group yet, you need to be, because you're missing out on a lot of the value that you're actually supposed to be getting with the course. And the whole idea of the course is not for me just to tell you what to do. It's not really an independent learning course, all right? The idea is to get you involved, get you speaking the language, get you using the skills, and then participate in the group and grow and learn. You can learn more by working in a group and practicing your skill than you're going to get in an independent study, right? So get involved, guys. $249 right now. It'll be $299 sometime later on today, as soon as I'm done recording my next video, which I'm going to do as soon as I'm off of this video. So get involved now. If you'd like a t-shirt, $17.95 plus shipping. I'll send them to you anywhere in the world as long as you're paying the shipping. Contest, yeah, I want to start contests very soon for shirts. I got to ship out the ones that I promised to people, and that pretty well cleans out my current supply. So I'll have to get new shirts coming soon as well. Yeah, anyway, guys, I don't see any more questions coming. Just take a quick look at YouTube. Nope, no more questions, guys. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I got to get to work. Work on my next video. And yeah, happy trading, guys. Remember, stay profitable. If you like this video, smash the like button. If you dislike the video, you know what to do and you know where to go, right? Get out of here. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good day.